couple of years ago, we wouldn't believe this at all. A big success for Sweden.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Riga, Latvia. This is the FIBA EuroBasket. It's round of 16 action, and it's Turkey taking on Sweden. Incredible atmosphere building up for this phase of the competition. Germany going up against Portugal next, followed by Lithuania against Latvia. That's going to be a classic, and you also have Serbia going up against Finland. So here is the bracket, the road to the final. This will be the first game along that path, and we're happy to be bringing you the action. Sweden, a lot of people didn't think they were going to make it. Well, they received a favor from Great Britain, who beat Montenegro on the final day, and that allowed Sweden to punch their ticket for this final phase. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mike Taylor. And Mike, the name of the game is survive in advance. And even though Sweden survived by the skin of their teeth, they are exactly in the same place, Riga, where all of the other teams are that still have a chance to win this title.
Sweden is a great story, reaching the top 16 for the first time. You know, they worked so hard to get that win, and the results help them, but they're going to give everything they have on this court today. We've got a great day of basketball ahead. The bracket is something special, and, you know, they want to play giant killer. This is a great story and great for Swedish basketball.
Sweden, they did have some narrow losses, so don't be fooled by their record. Yes, the loss is the loss. But other than Germany, they could have easily gone, other than the heavy defeat to Germany, they could have gone 4-1.
Yeah, this is a competitive team. That was a really competitive group. And aside from Germany, which has been really in a class of its own, you know, they played Finland, they played Lithuania, the matchups with Great Britain. These guys have really given everything they have, and now they want to show what they can do on the big stage here in Riga.
Turkey have lit the EuroBasket on fire with their incredible play, their really deep roster, magnificent tactical acumen, really, from Ergin Ataman. But most of all, because of that man right there, Alperen Şengün has been utterly sensational, and if the tournament were over right now, he might just be the MVP.
He has been so impressive, but it's not just Şengün that's been impressive. The whole team, they've been efficient. They've scored inside. They've hit perimeter shots from three. They've gotten individual buckets with Larkin one-on-one. Coach Ataman has these guys clicking on all cylinders, and they finished atop of Group A. They've got to be among the favorites as we go into this top 16 stage.
Well, the players are now on the court, and we will listen to the national anthem.
The national anthem of Sweden. If you're able, please remain standing for the national anthem of Türkiye.
It's an early start, but there is electricity in the air here. There is a buzz as these teams get closer to the final, closer to this, obviously a medal or a spot on the podium. Sweden, big underdogs in this game. There's no doubt about it, but you know what? You got to play the game.
And they're here. It's a great accomplishment for the first time in Swedish basketball, reaching this stage, you know, breaking barriers.
And you know who else is here? Johan Rosso of France, Boris Krejci from Slovenia, and Ariadna Chueca from Spain, doing the refereeing for this first game. So this one referees, some of the referees that were already here, and then other referees have come from the other groups. And Sweden, well, we haven't been able to watch them, Mike, except on TV. And we're going to look at their starting five. Pelle Larsson, obviously having a big tournament. Ludde Håkansson, Victor Gatterfors, the veteran Melvin Panzer, and Simon Bergander, the big man down low, with Anderson, Randstad, Falk, Tobias Borg. Everybody else coming off the bench, but again, Larsson has been impressive. He's had some ups and downs, but overall it's been good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of responsibility for this team. He's their go-to guy. Again, you see 19.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, 60%. He's only shooting 26% from three, but again, he's got that responsibility to be that scoring leader. He's done a great job leading this team, and they'll look to him for production today.
Well, Ergen Ataman is going to start with a powerful starting five once again today. And you'll notice Shane Larkin, Cedi Osman, Alperen Şengün, Ercan Osmani, and Kenan Sapahi, who's been sensational at this EuroBasket. Hauser, Shanley, Bitim, Korkmaz, Bona, Yilmaz, and Omer Yurtseven coming off the bench. Shane Larkin felt like he went from second gear to overdrive in the big win over Serbia, but Şengün has been in overdrive from the get-go.
Yeah, he's been so impressive. You know, 23 years old, rising star. What impresses me the most, Jeff, is his versatility. You know, he's shown the complete game, the complete package offensively, but he can play a 4 or a 5 for a team. And, you know, unlike with the Houston Rockets, this Turkey team is playing through him, and he's showing he can carry that team. He's just been fantastic.
Number 19, Melvin Panzer. And starting the game, 14, Turkey, number 0, Shane Larkin. Number 6,
Kommer in för ice och väldigt mycket. Andra spelet, spela hårt. Efter det här. Du får ett skott på den andra spelet, spela left-handed pick och rull. Okej, kör vi.
So Ergen Ataman, again, one of the better-known coaches in this competition.
who is ready to start this game, ladies and gentlemen?
And Larsson with so much riding on him.
All right,
Big day in Riga. Mike, I think really from Turkey's standpoint, they've got the advantage because they've been here. They haven't had to board a flight. You know, that's just the way the competition is.
Yeah, it's home. It's environmental comfort. They've been here. They're comfortable with the routine. The hotel have not made that trip. You know, that sets them up well as they go into this, you know, round of 16. Again, they're the more efficient team from top to bottom, you know, in terms of points per game, in terms of rebounds, assists, field goal percentage. They're the more efficient team. So they're clearly the favorite, but anything can happen, and Sweden hopes to pull off that upset.
Hello, everybody. We are underway here in the Arena Riga. Sweden in the dark blue with yellow taking on Turkey in the white. And Simon Bergander comes right out and scores as Sweden get that good start that they're looking for. Here's the jump shot. Şengün and very good there with the catch or the rebound. Hawkinson had that great first game against Finland. And there's a little bit out of control. Foul called.
First 2 possessions, we see Sweden getting into the paint. Again, the foul called on Osman with the push from behind. Early in the game, both teams trying to get a rhythm, get a feel for the game.
On the baselines.
Hawkinson's really experienced, so he's not going to back down for the rest of these guys. He's going to step up and look to attack Turkey. Great pull-up jump shot there.
Kenny Sipahi gets in, and he misses. Well, as starts go, this is exactly what Sweden would have liked. Chance to build a little bit of confidence. And of course, drives in and scores. It's an early start, 12 o'clock. Maybe this suits Sweden, even though they've had to travel.
And we see Coach Ottoman up off the bench, not satisfied with.
Osmani allows Turkey to relax a little bit. Halves the deficit. Here's Larson. Hawkinson steps back. He's got it.
And we know this backcourt from Sweden can score. Hawkinson, experience, can score. Gattafor, as we saw him attack the closeout and finish off the glass. And of course, the leading scorer, Larson.
Kenny Sipahi gets it to Jetty. And Jetty Osman knocks down the 3 from the wing. Hawkinson. And it's had the blocked by Larkin, decided to hand it off. Panzer. Knocked out of his hands. Hawkinson again steps back and gets another one to go.
What a tough shot, right at the nail. Pivots contested from Sipahi. Excellent defense, but outstanding shot from Hawkinson.
What a pass from Şengün.
How many times have we seen that in the group phase? Beautiful passing post to post from Şengün.
What a terrific pass in that game against Serbia. Here's Larson getting in and scoring, and defensively, Turkey have not played as we have grown accustomed to seeing them. Here's Sipahi. That was short. Osmani knocks it out to Osman. You know it. He's got it. He has been one of their top men from outside, most consistent.
And you can see the size for Turkey's a factor in this game. Offensive tip out from Osmani.
Here goes Jetty Osman. And Jetty Osman with the left hand.
Jetty with 8 in the early going. Trying to get this Turkey team into rhythm.
Jetty is ready. Here's Panzer. Banks it in. Well, Saturday, but nevertheless.
The bank is open.
Now here comes Hawkinson, crosses midcourt. Larson stops and pops. Boy, Sweden finding the Riga air to their liking. They are not missing much at all.
All they need is a chance, Jeff. All they need is a chance. They've really started this game exactly how they hoped.
And the ball is kicked by Gadafords.
You know, Jeff, this Turkey team has played so well in that group phase, and the fantastic performance against Serbia. You know, they've kind of come back down to earth here a little bit. Maybe not as ready or focused as they have been.
Osmani gets it. Şengün. Şengün drives, and he cannot be stopped.
So again, you put the ball in the post to Şengün, you get an easy basket going to the rim. Instead of coming out shooting threes and starting for perimeter shots, not really focused, I think they need a little bit more, you know, determined attack offensively. Put that ball in the post to Şengün, let him go to work.
Hunter. And he puts it in off the drive.
But down this end, they're not stopping anybody. You know, 20 points at the 4-minute mark for Sweden. I think Coach Adam has got to be pretty, you know, dissatisfied with that defensive start.
Well, the question is, can Sweden continue with this excellent start offensively? And what type of changes? You've got Hazard coming in off the bench. Njai also coming into the game now for Sweden. Hazard inbounds it to Larkin. Hazard, remember, was one of the key players early in this tournament, sparking this Turkish team. Here's the bounce pass. So Osmani gets rejected by Bergender. Larson bounce pass Bergender, and he finds some space, and he's fouled by Osmani going up. And Sweden letting everybody know they are not in Riga just to make up the numbers. They've had a great start.
Great block at one end. Again, Osmani tries to finish Bergender with a great block, and here he is at the free throw line. Ooh.
Of course, depth could be a decisive factor in this game. We know that Turkey has a lot of quality coming off the bench, which has often been decisive, including this man right here, Hazard, who did kind of roll his ankle earlier in the tournament. Osman fouled as he gets into the lane.
Number 19, Sweden. Following Benson, first person foul, position to Sweden. Coming on the court for the first time in this game, number 1, Thompson Anderson.
Here is Osman, and he is fouled. No, he traveled, excuse me.
What's interesting here, Jeff, is Turkey has usually had one player step up and carry the load. Offensively, they're searching for that consistent offensive attack right now. And give Sweden credit. Sweden has been off to just a fantastic start, showing great determination for this upset.
Bergender puts it up, and here comes Turkey. Osmani. Jetty. Another one for Jetty Osman.
Jetty up to 11 points here. Stepping up when the team needs him.
Mr. Reliable.
And again, hitting threes, that's just a bonus. He's really great attacking the basket, cutting.
Hazard getting a little bit of space. Goes down. Here's Hazard. Open floor. And he is fouled up high by Denzel Anderson, who's checked into the game.
Turkey asking for the unsportsmanlike call. But if Turkey can establish their defensive stops and get out and run and get some easy baskets, then they can take control of the game. Again, Osman with the step back, beautiful backspin.
He's just been feeling it, Mike. I mean, he is, even in this kind of sluggish-ish start for Turkey.
Şengün play great. You know, last game it was Larkin, you know, really sparking the team. Sipahi at times, Osmani at times. This Turkey team has really, they've really established themselves well.
Let's listen to this review.
To see if the contact met the criteria of unsportsmanlike. Initial decision is personal foul. Main camera, normal speed, please. Do you have from the baseline? The other side? Can we see the spider cam? Yes. Spider cam. This one.
So we see a crossover.
Yes, this one will be good. Let's see.
So I can see a crossover, and then when the point of with the active defense, I see the offensive player just like exaggerate with the arm.
He's exaggerating. Let's see if it's. Let's have the same camera and the normal speed, please. It's just the tap is not grabbing so long.
Yes.
It's the player is also the offensive player is exaggerating a little bit. Okay.
We stay.
So after review, the initial decision remains personal foul. Thank you. Personal foul.
And after the video review, fellas, now upgraded. So number 1 Team Sweden, Denzel Anderson.
They deemed Hazer to have an exaggerated movement there.
I agree with that, Jeff. You know, it was a crossover. He reached for the ball, and then Hazer kind of flailed that arm up in the air. Well done by the officials.
Borg in the game. Larson knocks it into his hands. Anderson gives it up to Larson, who puts it up. Here's Şengün. Well, rims out, gets it back. They stay with it. Romstedt in there battling away, but it's so difficult to get the basketball away from this Turkish front line.
Şengün has been so good. You expect him to make all of those little hooks and finishes around the basket. Excellent effort from Sweden to contest.
Hazer back outside. Şengün, Larkin comes out with the rebound. Here comes Njai. Njai doesn't mess around. Oh, he gets blocked. Great block from Hazer. Time to perfection. Cedi Osman goes in, puts it up, but Cedi kind of leaned in with his shoulder and charges.
Wow, this is a great strong take from Osman. Outstanding transition. Look at the ball ahead pass from Hazer. And you can see he's preparing for contact. Again, you know, that's a tough one if you're Turkey. That's exactly how you want your players going strong to the basket. As you mentioned, a great block from Hazer before.
That might have been a tough call on Turkey. Let's see how they respond. Larson in the paint, and he's fouled, so 2 free throws. And if it's on Osman, that's 2 quick ones for him. But this is where Turkey have been good. Korkmaz comes in. Oh, wow, 3 fouls on Cedi Osman. And he's just going to run to the locker room.
Yeah, he probably needs some personal time after getting called for a frustrating foul. Again, Osman is an outstanding player, and he's been the guy that's powered this offense here in the first half. But when you pick up that second foul going to the basket, you have to be a little bit more cautious, let's say, defensively down this end. Now, 3 fouls, not even the end of the first quarter. That puts him in a tough spot for the rest of the game.
And, you know, we were highlighting the depth of Turkey, and that will be tested. Furkan Korkmaz comes into the game. Maybe we'll get more minutes today. Larson with the free throws. Gadifors comes in.
So now if you're Turkey, who steps up? Again, let's see if they put the ball in the post to Şengün. If they try to isolate Shane Larkin, they run a Spain pick and roll.
Osmani misses from deep. Ramstad with another rebound. Njai has it. Anderson. Gadifor's little runner. Şengün has it. And there is Şengün going all the way down the lane, and even on what looks like a little bit of an off day, he's there to clean up his own mess.
Right, you know, he went strong to the basket, through the resistance, the bump, the contact, and it was the quick second jump and tap. Cleaned up his own miss. Great effort there from Şengün.
Njai. Ramstad gets it up just in time. And Turkey has survived that last attempt by Sweden. That was a missed opportunity for the Scandinavians. At the end of one, Sweden 23, Turkey 20.
You know, Jeff, when you think about this game, you see Turkey has some advantages, but you know, the 4 turnovers have really been the key offensively. You know, as we watch this Turkey team, one thing I've really loved about them has been their focused offensive attack. They've really been precise through the group stage games, and that's why they've been so efficient. I don't see the same focus in their early offensive possessions. They've settled for, you know, maybe not the same deliberate shots they're trying to get as earlier. So hopefully they can turn that around. Give Sweden credit for a great start. And then obviously, you know, Cedi Osman offensively gets it going and then gets the foul trouble. You know, this is, you know, we talk about Turkey, hey, it's too early for the team. Maybe they haven't had the readiness that you'd like, or that we have seen throughout the tournament to this point. To take nothing away from Sweden, they showed up and they're giving everything they have. That's why they have the lead.
Scanning the QR code to get courtside 1891 in your smartphones. You can watch live streaming, view extended highlights, and keep up with everything in international basketball.
This all comes down to Turkey's defense and ball pressure. Again, cleaning up those defensive boards, controlling the boards, and creating offense from their defense can flip this game.
Well, I'm not sure the word I would use would be flat for Turkey, but it would be something similar to that. And here is Sweden, and look at Adam Boda coming out and just rejecting Ramstad. Korkmaz missing, and Anderson comes up with it. Boy, what an introduction to the game that was for Adam Bona. He has been a weapon off the bench. Spencer drives in. He gets another one, Bona. Not in his house. Anderson takes it all the way and follows it up. Mike, if at first you don't succeed,
try again. Great work from Sweden, but again, you pointed out Bona putting his imprint on this game early.
He's got 3 blocks, I think. Şengün, hooping and scooping.
Great finish from Şengün on the finish.
So it's 2 blocks for Bona. A foul called. Look at this. That is a perfect block, as is this. Same one. As is this.
Again, help side defender, elite athleticism, rim protection.
It's the quick jump and the length, isn't
Yes,
it?
fantastic.
Birgander for 3, and that's what the big fella can do.
And you can see Şengün stayed at the nail. Said, hey, we're going to live with that. But this Sweden team is really focused and on fire.
6 points, 3 rebounds for Birgander. And Bona gets the rebound. Another opportunity for Türkiye. And that was not released in time. There is Hidu Turkoglu, the president of the federation on the right for Türkiye. With a little exasperation.
But if you're Turkey, you've played so well to this point. You've played so efficiently at such a high level. You're bound to have a little dip. Maybe not a surprise. They maybe underestimate Sweden a little bit.
Yeah, they go from playing Serbia to Sweden.
And that game was so high level, Jeff. So just be patient. Focus on your defensive energy. Get your defensive stops, but they've got to be more precise and efficient on the offensive end. Know what you want and work hard together to get it.
Hansa back outside, Gatafors, in and out. It's almost some similarities between this game and the Czechia game for Türkiye. They came off a big win over Latvia. Then they had to go up against a Czechia team that really gave it a hard time early.
They perceive themselves as a big favorite.
Oh, what great defense by Birgander, but the foul has been called.
And throughout this first half, Şengün's been hit multiple times here. Again, you can see clearly Birgander on his arm there.
Yeah. Tournament play, it's kind of a living organism, isn't it? It's kind of like sometimes you get a cold in real life for a tournament, for a team. You just don't know what happens from one day to the next.
You have to...
You might have an injury. You might have... There's Şengün's mother watching from the stands.
You know, Jeff, you have to be as consistent as you can be. There's going to be games you're naturally motivated for. There's going to be games that you have to generate your motivation. And, you know, you can't expect it to be easy anytime you step on the floor. You know, this is survive in advance, win or go home.
You look back at all the title-winning teams, really, in recent times, and they have had some bumps in the road along the way to the title.
But to win that championship, you need adversity. You need, you know, the things that are going to make you dig deep.
And an offensive foul. A push on Larsson. By Larsson.
And if you're Cedi Osman, you're happy with this call. Again, Larsson going in the lane. You can see the forearms extended.
And
the foul
you know,
call.
reality, you know, you go back to the Osman foul, his second foul, and it probably wasn't quite as obvious as that, but they're calling it at the same time. And look, this is where Korkmaz has been really good, providing points from the bench, from deep. Korkmaz whistled for the foul.
And again, you like Korkmaz. He just hits a three. That charges up his defensive effort, and then there's the ball pressure. Here's Korkmaz coming off the screen on the baseline. Great pass from Hazer.
Omer, you're 7. And something that we talked about earlier in the tournament, and this was actually brought up by one of the coaches, was that this Turkish team has several players that are either in the NBA or have been in the NBA. You have got good players. Your 7 has had some time in the NBA. He comes off the bench. Korkmaz several seasons in the NBA. Now he's back in Europe, but still, he's played like a high-level player. And traveling is the call on Hawkinson.
And Jeff, let's credit the Turkish bench players. When they've come on the floor, they've brought the defensive intensity. You're 7 making an impact here. Bona with the shot blocking. You see Korkmaz pressuring the basketball, Hazer. This may be a game where their bench really steps up and helps their team.
Hazer drives in, gets blocked, but is fouled. Hazer is sort of Superman-like. I mean, he's kind of unassuming looking, but he has got tremendous athleticism, quickness, awareness.
I like that he plays both ends of the floor. Yeah. He really defends. We've seen him just wreak havoc with ball pressure and you know, creating steals and forcing turnovers. And then on the offensive side, he got downhill right here, draws a foul. He's hit some shots. And how about the dunks in the group phase? Oh, Hazer's been really good. You know, here's
he went right at, who is it that he went on?
He dunked, it was the Latvia game, the first game where he dunked on two Latvian bigs.
Smits.
But here's an interesting sub. Coach Ataman going to Beaton,
who hasn't played much, but clearly has a good feel for this game.
I think he wants the matchup against Pantsar. Pantsar a little bit bigger and more physical than Larkin.
Pantsar for 3. Yes! Well, they better get on him.
He had to stunt at the ball and pressure Bergander at the nail. He made a great pass to Pantsar for 3.
Larson getting physical with Korkmaz. Korkmaz gets some space. Ataman not enamored with that shot. Melvin Pantsar. Gadafors has been solid. Here he is going in. High off the glass. He is fouled. He has not looked out of place at all out here. And at this time is Bona whistled for the foul.
Again, here's that beautiful pocket pass. You can see Beaton stunted. They actually had 2 on the ball there. It was a little over help from Beaton. Pantsar making him pay. But I really like the look at Gadafors here in this first half. He's gone strong to the basket a couple times.
And he makes both free throws. Again, Mike, you go back and you talk about, forget about the records. These teams start 1-0 in the knockout round. Survive in advance. Now you have to win them all if you're going to stay alive. Hazer from deep, he's got it.
Yeah, Jeff, Hazer, one of the most underrated players in this tournament.
Yeah, he's definitely on the all underrated team. He might be the MVP of that team. Larson gets inside, he's hoping for a whistle to bail him out. Difficult shot. Korkmaz open, around and out.
Sure, he'd love to have that one back.
There he is again, driving in, and this time Bona can't get to number 9, who's fine off the dribble.
Beautiful play from Larson there.
Back to a 4-point advantage for Sweden. And Bona with the rebound. Bona goes up. Oh, he's fouled by Gadefors. I think people back in Stockholm are waking up, perhaps late, having a little brunch and watching some basketball and enjoying what they're seeing from Sweden.
You see Bona going strong, but you know, one thing that happens when your team is playing really well, Jeff, guys get comfortable and they feel like, you know, hey, you don't have to work as hard together to get shots. And I think when they played Serbia in this last game, they really respected and valued each possession, and we're like, hey, we're gonna get the ball to Şengün, we're gonna get the ball to Larkin, we're gonna put it in the post, we're gonna get a strong drive to the basket, and we see some early quick shots, and maybe you have the thought of good to great. Maybe they can work harder to get a better shot, and we've seen just real determination from Sweden to, you know, play well in this first half and build a lead.
Osman with the 3 fouls, watching from the bench. Probably will not come in until the 3rd quarter. Bona, meanwhile, look at that, 2 rebounds and 2 blocks already. This is the 2nd of the 2 free throws, however.
It's back to a 1-possession game, 35-32.
Hauser putting the pressure on Hawkinson. Hawkinson with a bounce pass, Bergender. And the ball is kicked, so new 14 seconds to put on the clock.
But if you're Coach Adama and you love that ball pressure from Hazer, the ball pressure from the bigs at the point of attack and pick and roll has been one of the strengths of this Turkey team all group phase. Today it's been a little bit less.
Heinzer back to Bergender, beautiful bounce pass! And Şengün called for goal interference. Ball had already hit the backboard. That was very close.
Again, great work from Sweden with the ball movement, but how about the effort from Şengün?
That's
great challenge.
Definitely the right call, and why not go for the block? Sweden continued to attack the rim, though, which is impressive. Despite the rim protection that's out there for Turkey. Şengün. Gadefors doesn't let him turn into the lane. Hazer misses. And it's Victor Gadefors, who has been an absolute warrior, steps out of bounds, however.
And that's a great job from Şengün on the offensive rebound from Gadefors. He pressures the outlet pass. And again, you see Gadefors kind of lost track of where he was on the floor and steps on the end line. But great alert ball pressure on the rebounder by Şengün.
Here's Larkin, rattles out.
Again, some great looks for Turkey here. We've seen those go down earlier in the tournament. For them, they've just got to keep working. But credit to Sweden.
They're going for the steal. Nice bounce pass. Bergender gets it up, banks it in. Quality shot from Big Bad Bergender. And this is definitely enough to make Turkish fans nervous. Larkin, though, drives in. What a finish. Such an accomplished player. Knows that he gets the contact, so he is getting the shot up. This is what he wants. Heinzer goes out. The foul on Gadefors. That's his 2nd.
And Jeff, maybe we'll see, you know, Larkin try to pick his spots now to impact the game like he did against Serbia.
3-point play. Might they take Gadefors out? He's played 15 minutes. He's Sweden's got the 2 fouls. Just so important to what they want to do. And John. Got a force. Nice pass. Oh, goes off the hands of Njai and out of bounds. Maybe had a little bit too much zip on it.
Again, Coach reaping in with good offense there. They have the logo pick and roll, which is inside the 3-point line. Great for, let's say, non-shooting guards. Really pressures the defense. They just couldn't complete the pass to the other side of the floor.
Bitten left open, and it's Bergander with the rebound. Larson the other way. Now quickly, Hauser knows he's going to hold on to it. There was nobody getting out on the break. Korkmaz might be coming in for Bitten. I'm not sure that last 3 attempt is what his coach wanted. Here's a nice turn, but the miss. But he gets it back anyway. Then he loses it. Very Alperen Şengün-like.
Yeah, he got the great look against the double team, missed it, the ball bounced back to him, and just slipped out of his hands.
What a play by Larson. He goes down, has to make the pass while sitting, and was able to complete it. Here's Larson, gets blocked by Bitten. And the foul on Larson, and that play there might just keep Bitten in the game. No, if he's going to come out, but he kind of will make his coach happy with that great defense. Look at this.
Great recovery, block. You can see Larson going for the loose ball, the contact and foul. 59 seconds to go in the half. Hauser at the line has a chance to trim this deficit.
Well, Pelle Larsson has 2 fouls. Ooh. Oh, wow. Not sure what happened there. Hawkinson has 2 fouls, and Gaddafur has 2 fouls for Sweden. They're also crucial, maybe not so much like a big man or a leading scorer, but if you could just get one of them out of the lineup, it might really benefit Türkiye. And back to a 3-point game. It kind of feels like you're watching the NCAA tournament, your favorite team. And
the mid-major is going against the high major, and it's about to be an upset. You know, can they hold on? How's it going to go? It does have that feel, Jeff.
Oh, boy, what a play. But Bona did just enough on defense to affect that. Now Larkin. And look at, wonderful handoff by Korkmaz. And Anderson fouls Bona.
A great pass from Larkin. Outstanding attack of the closeout from Korkmaz. We've seen really great pressuring the paint, pressuring the rim, dropping it off to Bona. Let's see if they can trim this deficit even more after the timeout.
Timeout called by Sweden.
Bra press break först. Ludde för Viktor. Gå ut på Luddes sida. Ludde kattar tidigt. Simon, gå upp. Backdoor. Okej, Melvin dribblar hit. En öppning. Han går backdoor. Jag passar inte. Om han är fri. Jag är han. Han går igenom. Backdoor. Okej, om du inte har någonting, dribbla över. Så spelar vi empty med Simon. Så fyller vi upp här, här och här.
All right. We'll get the winner their prize. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now come on, make some noise for the teams. 29.5 seconds remaining in the first half. Team Sweden up by 3 points.
You know, Mike, as we look at these highlights, if somehow Sweden could pull off the shock win today with Larson having the 9 points already and 3 assists, and 1 rebound. If they could somehow get the shock win, you might see an influx, a Swedish invasion. It's just across the Baltic. They could come by boat. They could come by air.
We do see quite a few yellow jerseys and shirts here, but I think that this is kind of a wait and see. A big upset win would definitely inspire a lot of Swedish fans to make that trip.
Peter Tutuglu on the right. He will not be smiling until his team has won this game. And that's an if they win. Because Sweden have come out and surpassed expectations really here at the start of this game. 5 on the shot clock for Sweden. Anderson from the wing. He's got it, and he's fouled. Unbelievable. Bona goes out to get the hand in the face, and he took away his landing space. And he also got him on the follow through. Look at that.
And Jeff, you know, you talk about trying to finish the half strong, you get it within 2, and then you foul a 3-point shooter. That's just, you know, if there's one word to talk about Turkey, you talk about flat, but you talk about focus. They have not been as focused as they needed to be or have been. I'm sure Coach Adaman will have, he'll have some special words for them at halftime in the locker room.
Oh, he does not complete the 4-point play, and now a chance for Turkey, who trail by 5. Larkin gets it up, and they follow, and a very worrying first half for Turkey has come to an end. Meanwhile, Sweden have shortened the game. They've got 20 minutes to go, and they lead it 42-37 over Turkey at halftime.
So you can see the 3-point shooting for both teams. Sweden 5 for 9. Again, what you love from Sweden is the 11 assists, only 4 turnovers. From the Turkey side, 11 bench points to 5. But this first half has gone exactly how Coach Rippinen and Sweden would like. You know, continuing this in the second half as Turkey turns it up will be the big challenge. But Turkey's got to be more deliberate, more precise, and they've got to be more consistent with their defensive effort.
Well, the key players, Pelle Larsson, 9 points, 7 for Şengün. You know, we've become so accustomed to seeing Şengün dominate. We haven't seen it today.
You know, it's really hard to be at your best all the time. You know, he's missed some finishes we've seen him make. He's had the ball slip out of his hands. You know, give credit to Sweden. Double teaming him in the post, giving him bodies to try to work through. Here you see, he's just at the nail, daring him to shoot. Bergander buries it. But that's a know your personnel, like the coaches, Coach Adaman, hey, we'll live with that. We'll live with that. And that's Bergander stepping up and making the big shot for Sweden.
Borkmas taking that, and it felt like for Turkey, they were back on track. And then Osman picked up his 3rd foul, and that's when momentum kind of shifted back to Sweden, or at least it kind of like held Turkey back.
Yeah, I agree. Osman was really in top form offensively. He was hot. He was making plays, and you know, it was one of those things where the 3rd foul, you know, forced him to the bench, and then Turkey had to find another, you know, offensive place where they found points. So it was not a easy first half, but again, if you talk about getting through a tournament, the adversity, playing through, let's say, the inefficiency at certain times, this is a great opportunity for, you know, Turkey to show what type of team they are.
We're at halftime, 42-37. Sweden on top of Turkey here in the round of 16.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Doncic has contact. Luka Magic counted, and he's going to the free throw line.
Spain pick and roll action with the back screen in the middle.
And alley-oop pass in Keita.
Great job from Coach Combs there.
Larkin has played a team-high 32 minutes. And going up and dunking on Osmani. It's Serbia back in front. And look at Schengen just take over. This is my world.
Matsuni has it, Martin on that curl, he throws it down. Oh, you could see the strip just being ridden as he turned the corner. Giannis! Take off from the inbound play.
Giannis just throwing defenders out of the way.
Oh, wow! Really talk about smashing plates. He's smashing the rock on his opponent's head.
Hazer just hit a three. Now he's got to go in for the dunk. And he's going to have a nice long look at Porzingis.
Where did that come from?
Sashu Sali looks long. He's all right. Oh! Just leaked out. Super pass. Threw it down. Justa. Blocks away! Ball moving forward. Lazic to the rim. Oh! Can you believe it? Lazic with laser vision, has eyes only on the opponent, and absolutely stuffs it right on top of him.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Surprise, surprise. Sweden on top of favorite, Turkey 42-37 at the half. And Pelle Larsson, no surprise there, leading the way. 9 points, getting to the rim, physical drives and finishes, showing great leadership for his Swedish team. Larsson, a key. Yeah, this was a beautiful drive here. The shot fake, sliding through the lane to finish just after Bona had those shot blocks. Great play from Larsson there. Again, the Swedish team have to be so happy with the way this first half has gone, and they've got to be ready for a run from Turkey. On the other side, Cedi Osman powered the offense early. 11 points, 3 for 3 from 3, but then picked up the third foul. Let's see how he can re-enter the game in the third, and if they can erase this 5-point deficit.
Cedi Osman getting those 3 fouls, which forced him out of the game. Vital to Turkey if they're going to accomplish their goals in this tournament. And my question would be, if you're Coach Ataman at halftime, are you giving his players the hairdryer treatment?
Oh, he's finding the right words, Jeff. You know, he's letting these guys know that, you know, just because we've been undefeated and finished in first place, look at that, it's all green for Osman.
He's got the green light.
He has the green light. He's been playing great. Stay on the floor.
And when I see that, I'm green with envy about his ability.
Oh, fantastic. But Coach Ataman will find the right words. There's no doubt about it. Just because we're undefeated and finished atop of Group A and are the favorites coming into this game, that does not mean anything. You've got to bring your best effort now, because if you don't, that would be a long flight back to Turkey after all of these expectations have been built.
And Mike, this is actually one of the realities for Turkey. Yes, they are among the most talented, if not the most talented teams here. Maybe they and Germany, you could argue, would be the 2 most talented teams, or maybe throw Serbia into the mix. But what they don't have, that Germany has, that Serbia has, is a lot of success at these tournaments. Not since 2010 have they made it to the final of a major tournament.
Well, you'd like to think that this roster has the potential to do it, and we'll see what type of response they have here. You know, again, the point is, when you have success, what do? Do you change, take it easy? You know, is it lighter with your work or your focus or your preparation? Or do you stick with the process, and what's your preparation? You know, are you just as focused? Again, let's see if they can turn it up here in the second half and keep those goals and dreams alive. Coach Ataman has said all the right things about the goal is a medal. Well, if that goal is the medal, then they need to really respond here to start this third quarter.
Well, give Sweden credit. They didn't win their last game, but they qualified before their last game against Lithuania. Thanks to that really unexpected win by Great Britain over Montenegro. Still hard to kind of get your head around how Montenegro could have blown that opportunity, but credit to Great Britain for leaving this tournament with the win. But for Turkey, they've you know, you could look at other teams that have been in their situation in the past that have struggled after making it through, or they've struggled and then gotten better as it goes on. So,
well, let's not even just say struggle, but let's say, you know, Sweden has 1 win. On paper, that's not real impressive. The team has been better than a 1-win team in the way they played. They're demonstrating that today. But this Turkey team had so much focus and emphasis building up to that matchup with Serbia. And what a fantastic game it was. It's natural to have a little bit of a letdown as you're going forward. And it just so happens that it's now knockout stage. So it
adds just a little bit of pressure as well.
Yeah, the timing is tough, but you know, again, Coach Ottoman, really experienced. A lot of high-level players here, experienced players. Again, I expect them to have that correct response here with great intensity and energy. Focusing in, let's get our defensive stops. When we get our ball pressure at the point of attack, a pick and roll, defensive rebounding, then they can get out of transition. Hey, Jeff, Coach Rippinen has done a really good job. He's got this team playing really well. Again, they've got no pressure, but let's give him some credit. He's done a really good job here with this Sweden team at EuroBasket.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. You so often focus on why Turkey haven't been good without acknowledging that Sweden have been really good. And congrats, again, great job coming all the way from their group to Riga and just kind of pushing the reset button. But it's a 40-minute game. You know it, I know it, they know it, and Turkey know it. Well, scanning the QR code to get the FIBA EuroBasket app in your smartphone so you can get everything you need about this competition. All of the stories that are written about this competition you can find by going to the news section. Obviously, all the great videos. Second half action underway here in the Arena Riga. Turkey trailing by 5 against upset-minded Sweden. Here in the round of 16. And Hazer gets it out. And Korkmaz misses the first, but the rebound for Şengün. And a little runner. And that doesn't go, but Şengün gets it. Here is wide open. And another miss. It didn't look like he was quite comfortable with that shot.
You know, the transition 3 in the first half and that 3 there look a little flat from Korkmaz. Maybe needs to adjust to get his legs into it, but really great activity. Notice the change in the lineups, Jeff. We've got Korkmaz and Hazer in the starting lineup for the second half here.
No Sapahi and no Osman.
And
2 free throws awarded.
Yeah, obviously that's because Coach Ottoman liked their defensive work in the first half. But Panzer going to the rim. You know, he's done a great job pressuring the rim here, drawing the foul from Larkin. That's where it starts, Jeff. It starts on the defensive end for Turkey. They've got to get some stops. They've got to contain these guys. Maybe they underestimated the offensive firepower, but give Sweden credit. They're making plays, and they've been very deliberate and precise with their offensive attack.
Eight points, 3 assists for Panzer. Making 9 points. Everybody contributing for the Swedish teams. For the Swedish team, rather, and you wonder, are alarm bells ringing yet in Istanbul? Little runner, short. Kane Sapai and Cedi Osman are coming into the game. Next dead ball for Turkey. And as you said, Mike, it has to happen on this end of the court for Turkey. Gadafor's got to get it up. He does.
And Jeff, we've talked a lot about Şengün's offense, but that defense was excellent right there. Close out to the corner. So Coach Ottoman with the wing spots there, the guard spots, started with his bench players. They had a good first half, but now is going back to his starter players, Sapahi and Osman. Beautiful.
Nice pass to Osmani. That's more like it for Şengün.
Yeah, and again, just because they're doubling Şengün and Şengün has not really had the efficient, dominant performance, you can still create advantages through him there. They get the good cut from Osmani. I'd like to see them go back to that.
And there's a great play by Birgender, but then he travels, did a good job of getting the ball. Şengün, meanwhile, has 10 rebounds to go with his 7 points and 2 assists. Cedi Osman, who leads all scorers with 11, back in the game. Foul called on Sweden. On Lude Hawkinson.
And that's not an easy situation for Sweden. Hawkinson, a really experienced and quality guard, has his 3rd foul early here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they turn it over, and Borg kind of loses control of it. And a missed opportunity for Sweden turns into a fast break for Türkiye. And Cedi Osman fouled as he gets inside. That was, I think, really for Borg. He couldn't do anything else. He kind of lost his handle. He'd already taken a step. So he tries the shot. Two fouls on Birgender. Alperen Şengün just kind of finds his way in.
He catches the ball, and this is one of the things that they set that traffic screen. The guard screens for the big, and he's so under control as he goes to the basket. Beautiful footwork.
There's a foul on Şengün. Yeah, you think what kind of separates Şengün with Jokic? At least the evidence that we've seen is his ability to drive towards the basket from outside like this.
Yeah, see, Sipahi sets that screen, call it a traffic screen, and then there's the great Euro step, but he's more of a combo big than Jokic, right? He's a 5'4", and he can put the ball on the floor.
Borg
23 years old.
Borg with a great rebound for Sweden. And Gatterford's little wraparound, Birgender, and there is Larkin taking it away. Turkey's defense is starting to rise to the occasion. And Larkin drives in and misses. Now a chance to go quickly for Larsson. And that foul will be before the shot. I like Larsson, though. He is alert and understanding that he might just get the call here if he gets it up.
And again, we've seen Larkin get to the rim and finish plays. You know, the offense is not coming easy for Turkey right now, but it's still a 3-point game. A lot of basketball remains.
Oh, ball goes out of bounds off Larsson and out of bounds.
Great hands defensively from Larkin here as Larsson tried to drive in. So, Jeff, what's interesting here is in the first half, they doubled from the post and they put a second defender at the rim on Şengün. So now Coach Ataman's countered by having Osmani feed the post, taking away the big man as that low man defender. And then Osmani got the cut earlier. Here they ran the same action. So clearly a chess match here with Coach Ataman, trying to make the game easier for his players.
Larkin, nice shimmy, gets it in, puts it up off the glass with the left hand.
Jeff, that was a shimmy.
Shimmy-dee-doo. And that leads to a timeout for Sweden. Look at that.
There's that shimmy and the left hand off the glass. Fantastic for Larkin. There it is. The shimmy But again, this is the precision you look at from Turkey. Hey, you recognize you have the mismatch, you have the advantage, and Larkin makes the play. 1-point game. A lot of basketball in it.
Vi spelar 2 sidor. Det är Pelle som point guard. Låg andra screen. Sätt den här. Han kommer dyka. Kolla efter den. Simon för Tobbe. När Tobbe kommer upp, om de flyger med bollen, var redo att passa tillbaks. Då måste du sila. Okej? Om han passar tillbaks till Pelle för drive.
En grej, när vi drivar, vi måste kolla ut också. De stänger som fan.
Ja, kör vi Sverige.
So Jeff, here's the post feed and the cut, taking away the low post double from the baseline from the big. And then we saw the beautiful step through.
The big, beautiful step through. I like it. Şengün, 9 points, 4 of 10 from the floor. Hasn't been his best game. Just kind of grinding through this contest. Birgender. Nice bounce pass to Larson. Oh, Larson misses right at the rim. He has been a star in this game, Larson, though. He has impressed. Here's Osmani! Turkey have taken the lead.
Big shot from Osmani. What's the response here?
Borg has it knocked out of his hands by Larkin, but fouled.
Beautiful cross-court skip pass from Osmani. We've seen, Osman to Osmani. We've seen Osmani bury that three from the corner several times throughout the tournament. None bigger than that one.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of Poland, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Here's Njai for 3. Remember, no Hawkinson right now with the foul trouble. So nervous times for Sweden. And Anderson with the foul down low. Turkey outscoring Sweden 9-2 in this third quarter. So you say it's got to happen on the defensive end. It has happened so far for Turkey. 3 fouls on Anderson. Kanan Sipahi. And another push on Sweden and another foul. That was Larkin driving and scoring with that left hand. That was Ramstad with the foul. So Osmani goes to the line. Sweden over the limit. And Osmani, one of the more unheralded Turkish players, yet very productive, goes to 11 points.
11 points, 5 boards. If he makes this free throw, he steps into the scoring lead.
He's definitely on the all unheralded team. Turkish fans, the smiles have returned to their faces. Their team leading by 4. Here's Borg. Njai. Njai gets in, puts up a difficult shot. And again, you can see the absence of Hawkinson right now is really debilitating this Swedish team.
Well, it's not only Hawkinson off the floor now, it's Larson as well. So a little bit of a dangerous time for Sweden. Where can they find their points?
Hawkinson, the captain, the point guard. And they did survive that miss. Now his board. Ramstad back to Panzer. Melvin Panzer might want to take on Osmani. Gets it to Anderson from the corner. That's short. And now the pass up ahead. Oh, and Osman goes down. He's fouled by Melvin Panzer.
Jeff, Osman is so good in transition. His reaction to the possession is elite. As soon as that ball was rebounded, he took off up the floor. Osmani just couldn't get enough on it. He hung it up there.
Oh, they're going to call him sportsmanlike.
Wow.
As he was the last man back, all right?
And it looked like both players were going for the ball. That could be a tough call here.
I think the way to put it is he's unlucky because he's going for the ball and their feet clipped.
Yeah. He reached for it and they just clipped feet.
Well, this is a huge call, and it puts Osman on the line. Osman's return to the lineup has seen this Turkish team's fortunes improve. So it ends up costing them 1 point, Sweden. Now the question is, can they limit the damage? You feel like right now, if Sweden do not put the brakes on this run, this is going to get, this game could end quickly.
Well, it's not helping them that they fouled him on the last 2 possessions and sent him to the free throw line. Already in the bonus, both teams.
So Anderson gets locked up with Şengün. And do you think they called that because he was locked, his arms were locked around him?
100%. Anderson doing everything he can to control Şengün and win position defensively. That time as Şengün flashed across the lane, that arm, he was just holding him.
Şengün's mother will be a little bit happier right now. She was wearing a stressed look. So look at the double-double for Alperen Şengün. 11 points, 11 rebounds, and we still have 13 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
So you wouldn't say this is one of his best games, but he still is productive with a double-double. That's impressive.
That's a nice pass by Panzer inside to Ramstad. Şengün with the pass and the dunk. Osmani.
The late delivery in the lane.
But the quick response by Gadefors, who to me is the guy that has to be out there more than anybody with everything that he does.
He's attacked the rim extremely well, just immediate downhill. Here he is matched up now on Şengün defensively.
Osmani, they have to leave him open. They live dangerously, but they do not box out. And Hajer gets the bucket, so Hawkinson back in the game, but still down by 7 points. Here's Gadefors. Then hands it off. Ramstad goes up. Well, they've definitely gotten some vulnerability in there, and that one goes around and out for Osmani. And Panzer goes in and misses the layup.
Both ends.
Şengün. Oh, that's surely a charge. Or maybe not. Maybe he stepped in too late. They called a block on Ramstad.
I think Ramstad got
rammed.
He did get rammed, Jeff. He gets bodied up here. Take a look. He tries to cut him off on the Euro step, and he's moving. Good effort from Ramstad, though. There's the late delivery from Şengün. Beautiful pocket pass, late delivery.
Şengün with a chance to take it back to a 7-point lead. I thought a good nickname for Şengün would be the Big Istanbul. But I've been saying it around. I've been saying it, but nobody else is saying it.
I'll say it if you say it. The Big Istanbul.
No, but you have to delay. When you say Istan, then you have to delay it so
to make people wonder what you're talking about. The Big Istanbul. I like it.
Because he's like a bull.
I mean,
you don't want to get in front of him.
No.
Even if you're a matador.
Ramstad tried to be a matador on that play.
Mansar gets it to Ramstad. Oh, great hands. Hazer saw the pass going to Larson. And what a finish from Hazer. Get the right spin on it.
Yeah,
biggest lead of the game for Turkey.
Hazer, once again, stepping up when his team needs him.
10 points for Hazer. Corner in the game, and another miss for Sweden, who offensively have manufactured 8 points in this quarter. Pass whipped inside, Bona!
And now the offense and points are coming a little bit easier for Turkey.
Hawkinson from deep, fouled. 3 free throws for Hawkinson. Second time that Bona's fouled the 3-point shooter today.
Yeah, he made some outstanding blocks early in the game, but you know, they'll definitely, here you see a great finish.
The foul's on Larkin.
Okay.
First one's good for Hawkinson. Second one is good. He came in shooting it well from the line. And makes all 3. Şengün out to Larkin. Şengün spins, turns, having his own way.
Again, he skipped it to Larkin, then he sealed for position, they threw it back into post, easy 2. Larkin also great court awareness.
Hawkinson to Biergender, nice bounce pass. Well, I like how they're still running their offense. They're not panicking.
Great post-to-post passing in the paint there.
Larkin gets blocked by Panzer. Can't get it to his teammate fast enough. Well, still time for Sweden, but they got to now really kind of figure out how to stop this Turkish team when they've got the ball. It's 63-55. Turkey on top of Sweden at the end of 3.
Hey, Jeff, we've talked about the response here. Again, good work from Turkey to take control of this game in the third quarter. It happened on the defensive end. Again, Turkey only 6 turnovers in the game. They're out rebounding Sweden 34-23. 24 points in the paint. Osmani buries the big three in the corner. The traffic screen from Sengun. Offense came a little bit easier in that third quarter for Turkey. But it started with their defensive work, outscoring Sweden 26-13. This was the three that took the lead. Osmani on the skip. And I've really loved what Panzer's done for Sweden. 9 points, 5 assists. He's been in attack mode.
Well, you turn it over against Turkey, and the likelihood is that you're going to pay the price. They have given up 9 points off turnovers, Sweden, so that and a better execution from Turkey. And perhaps the defense hasn't been quite as restrictive for Sweden, quite as tenacious, and they're now on the back foot. Scan the QR code to get courtside 1891 to watch live streams, video highlights, extended highlights, and keep up with everything in international basketball. Fourth quarter action is underway here in this first round of 16 game between Sweden and Turkey. And it's Victor Gadafors that comes out and gives Swedish fans a little bit of hope.
Great cut on the baseline, right to the rim, dropped off and finished. Nice play to start the fourth quarter for Coach Rippinen and Sweden.
Sengun almost lost it, but got it back. And Hazer fouled after he took the baseline by Birgender. 3 fouls on Simon Birgender. Osmani comes in for bonus, so you're bringing back offense probably for defense. I mean, Bona will give you points off dunks, putbacks, getting to the free throw line. Ooh, Hazer misses another free throw. Osmani has a variety of offensive skills. Hazer makes 1 of 2. Back to a 7-point lead for the 12 Giant men. Nice pass. Does not save it. And those turnovers, every turnover at this stage of the game is costly because it feels like you've got a lot of time if you're Sweden, but it also feels like you don't have a lot of time.
No, they've made some great passes earlier in the game on that possession. Just poor timing.
Osmani, what a spin, but his pass deflected to Panzer. Hawkinson hits it to Gadafors, who attacks, and then Larson, Pele Larson. So they punish Turkey after the turnover.
Second play in a row, they get into the paint and drop it off to a teammate, ready to finish.
Osman, he says, here, I feel good. Puts it up and in. He has been sensational from three-point range.
Jeff Larson got hung up on the pick. He's got to work and beat through that screen, get through that screen. Osman 4 for 4 from 3.
He's been good all tournament. Oh, beautiful play. You got to really applaud the commitment of Sweden to go inside and get these layups.
Well, you notice it's the baseline cutting right now off of the drives.
And speaking of layups, Birgender called for the foul on Sengun. afford to lose Bergander.
And again, we see Sipahi and Korkmaz coming back into the lineup. Coach Ottoman and his staff have done an excellent job of rotating their bench players. We've seen the bench from Turkey be a strength in his team, and I think it's helped them get through their inefficient phase of offense today. Really good work from the Turkey staff.
Şengün already with a double-double. He reached that in the third quarter. Now has 15 points with his 11 rebounds. 16. Chance of MVP in the Arena Riga as Şengün makes both free throws. To Pansar. Can they get it inside again where they've been so successful? Pansar's going to step back. Oh, what a rebound from Larson, but he gets blocked. But there's Bergander with the rebound and put back. See some serious athleticism from Larson. Osman from deep, and he gets a heat check. First miss from deep. Here's Gatafors in the open floor. Passes to Pansar, and he's fouled going up by Korkmaz. Hawkinson appeals for an unsportsmanlike. They do have a, I think they still have a challenge left, so let's have a look.
Gatafors making good decisions, and Pansar's been so impressive getting downhill.
Is he playing the ball there?
It's a great question. Again, there's that great rebound you talked about.
Somebody should get a message down to the Swedish bench to say, we want to challenge this, I think. It might be worth a gamble at this stage.
Well, Hakkinen clearly saw it from his side that way.
Well, somebody's got to tell him it'll be Hawkinson. So Turkey with the timeout, seemingly in control, but they have not, this thing is not done and dusted yet.
No, I mean, you can't feel comfortable with only a 6-point lead with 7 minutes to go. Sweden is not the most prolific three-point shooting team, but they've really worked hard. They've demonstrated the ability to play together and pass. You know, they've been really super competitive out here today. They've played good basketball.
Well, you talk about three-point shooting in this tournament. Sweden come in at 10th overall, Turkey first, and that comes as no surprise. 59 for 120 from deep coming into this game, Turkey. And today, they're 8 of 25. Maybe haven't been quite as prolific. Look at the energy tracker for Şengün and Larson. So both of those guys, a lot of minutes, Şengün more. Larson was able to sit down for a substantial period in that third quarter. I can't see him sitting down now, and this is when you do not want to miss free throws if you're chasing a deficit.
Well, we saw Spain, great effort against Greece, leave 15 points at the free throw line in what ended up being a very close game.
That was painful. Painful viewing for Spanish fans.
And of course, legendary Sergio Scariolo, fantastic coach, going out.
Although that defeat does nothing to diminish his incredible record. The greatest, really the greatest coach in international basketball in the last 2 decades.
Unbelievable run, yes. Fantastic. All the accomplishments, the accolades.
Here's Larkin from deep. That was short.
But that goes to show the value and importance of making free throws to help your team be efficient.
Larson gets it up and goes. Excellent drive from Pelle Larson, and now it's back to a three-point game.
How about that extension to finish there from Larson?
He's got 15 points, Larson. Osmani's attempt rims out. And just when it felt like Turkey were feeling a little comfortable. Suddenly, Sweden are back. Hawkinson for three. He's tied it! Lure Hawkinson! And Sweden still believe. Larkin from deep. Got it!
Big-time shot making for both teams.
Well, the EuroBasket, without a doubt, the toughest continental competition. And we're seeing it right now here in the round of 16. Bergander from the line. That's good. There are no gimmies when you get to the knockout round in the FIBA EuroBasket. Back to a one-point lead for Türkiye. Now the double comes. Şengün has to get it to Osman. Osman gets into the paint. Gets blocked by Bergander. Hawkinson on the break. Hands it back to Bergander, who's got the four fouls, and he misses with the floater. Larkin, not interested in shooting. Oh, Şengün looked like he got hit in the head. He turns it over. Pansar, middle of the floor, and great defense from Korkmaz. Now it's Monty, and it's a 3-on-3, and Larkin brings it back out. We're in winning time, Mike. 4.5 minutes remaining. Great defense from Larsson. Continues to shine on the big stage of the EuroBasket.
Sweden doing everything they can defensively, pressuring, defending the post, deflecting passes. Look at this block.
Well, you had Larsson denying the pass to Şengün. Now the miss. Osmani bats it over to Korkmaz. He's open. That was short, but there's Şengün for the putback.
Great tip from Şengün. Again, we've seen Korkmaz struggle to find that rhythm from three, but Şengün in great position to clean it up.
Pass, they get it to Bergander. The ball hits the net on the way in. Bergander misses, he goes back up. He follows it again. Relentless.
Stuck with it. Great play. Bergander on both ends, getting it done.
Sweden trying to make it to the quarterfinals. There's Osman missing. Uncharted territory for this Sweden team. And look at that, 14 points, 12 rebounds for Simon Bergander, double-double. His presence has meant a lot of trouble for Türkiye. Remember, Sweden hosted the EuroBasket back in 2003. That was a big moment for them, but it would be an incredible moment for this team if they could reach the quarterfinals. Nice spin, nice turn, but he passes out to Osman. Osman steps back, hand in the face. It's long. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün takes it in, hands it off, and the bucket is good from Korkmaz.
And Şengün always under control, right at the rim, drops it off. 3-point lead.
And the whistle blows for Hawkinson to tie his shoe. Look at this. You talk about the control of this guy.
And the other thing, Jeff, he finds passing lanes so well.
It's been a little bit of a struggle for Şengün today as Korkmaz sits down and Hazard comes back in. A struggle, yet he has 19 points and 13 rebounds and 6 assists.
A sign of talent that he's able to be highly productive when he's not at his, let's say, top form.
Boy, Hazard almost getting the steal. And Hawkinson hits a three! He ties it at 76! Sweden starting to play like a team of destiny. Turkey really up against it. Osman drives in, and the foul called on Larsson. His third.
Osmani is so difficult to contain when he gets downhill. The physical drives, the extension. Again, you can see the importance when your offense is not clicking. That offense is clicking right there from Hawkinson, but when your offense is not clicking, you need to have that strong downhill driver to get to the free throw line. Now he's got a chance to make some free throws to take the lead.
Cedi Osman at the line and makes the first. You go back to that third quarter when Sweden had to sit down. Hawkinson, Gaddefors, Bergander, they were struck, and Larsson, they were struggling, but he stuck with the reserves. And now he's got his frontline guys here for the majority of the fourth quarter. And they have really given Turkey all they could want and more. Everything they could handle. Hawkinson goes down. Bergander tries to get it to Larsson, and that is a foul on Osman. That'll be number 4 on Cedi. That's only the second team foul. Mike, Larsson could not have been any better today. A real warrior in there.
And you see how hard Turkey is defending him. Osman tries to get a hand and blow up that dribble handoff. He knifed through, as we say, pressured it, drew the foul, Larsson.
He's got to go with him now, but defensively, this puts him in a little bit of struggle. Might they bring Furkan Korkmaz back?
Well, you see as they line up for this sideline inbound, it's now Larkin matched up with Larsson, and they've moved Osman onto Panzar. But Jeff, Panzar also has really attacked the rim well at times. So there is that potential to always attack and draw that foul, the 5th foul.
And you've also got Şengün out now with Bono back, who brings the D. But how many rebounds does Şengün get you?
But I think that's just to get him a minute or two of rest, because Şengün is on 34 minutes in this game.
It's true, but there's only 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yep. Get him this possession.
Get him 30 seconds and get him back in there.
Get him out there, yes.
Huge. Maybe defensively they felt like they were at a weakness with him out there because he was so gassed. Sweden now back by 2, behind by 2. Hawkinson takes it in to the corner. Gaddefors hands it off to Bergander. Goes up, he gets blocked by Bono. And the ball goes out of bounds on Sweden.
Jeff, what an unbelievable defensive possession for Bono.
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
And this is the energy, perhaps, that Şengün would not be able to bring in. Great defense as well by Larkin, getting a hand on the ball. So Bono goes back out and Şengün back in.
Critical possession here. They're going back to the post feed into Şengün. Now here's the basket cut from Osmani.
Şengün. Back to Hazer. Looks at the shot clock. Şengün. He's been sitting. He's not going to settle. He's going to drive. He misses, but he stays with it, as only Alperen Şengün can, and scores with the putback.
Critical possession and big play for Şengün.
21 points for Şengün. Panzer from the left corner. And with 1:18 remaining now, Sweden suddenly up against it. Şengün also with 15 rebounds. Larkin drives in, left hand. Well, he took it soon, and now the foul stops the clock, although just the third team foul. And Heater Kokoglu just wants this to end.
So again, you need a big bucket. Shot clock winding down. Şengün strong to the rim. It rims out, but he sticks with it. This is great leadership. 23 years old, elite player. Maybe not his best efficiency game, but still making plays in winning time and super productive.
He has not looked this tired in any of Turkey's games so far. And what about Sweden? What are they going to do now?
Well, again, you know, Gadefors has gotten downhill very well. Hawkinson has buried those big threes, but I think you got to put the ball in the hands of Larson. He's been your leader. They've really cooperated well out of pick and rolls. One thing that is underrated here you take a look at this play. This was the second tying three from Hawkinson, but this was also an alert play by Şengün. Şengün fouled, stops the clock with a foul to give, and now, you know, it looks like they bring Bona in. No, they're leaving him on the bench right now. But now the Turkey defense, they can set their defense and they can get ready to guard. Sweden advances the ball into the front court, so it'll be a 14-second shot clock.
Which is not a problem. They don't want to take the shot clock, use up 24 seconds. Hawkinson. Oh, he gets blocked by Şengün. Hazer gets it back to Şengün! And Turkey go up by 6. Maybe Hawkinson tried to take the three when it wasn't on offer. Gadefors drives in and gets to the line.
Jeff, winning plays. Yep, you can see the contact on Gadefors, but there's that, look at that block.
I understand the play on that, but if it's not there, it's not there.
So we talk about shot creation. So he's thinking three, he's hunting a three-point shot, but you are double teamed, which means someone else is open. You're a great three-point shooter. You made big threes.
Gadefors was open.
And that's the time you have to understand shot creation, and it's got to be together. Move the ball, and you have a good look, high percentage three. But again, the winning play on the defensive side from Şengün, outstanding.
Anderson's coming back in. 45.9 seconds remain. And Turkey have dodged they look like they're going to dodge a Swedish bullet. Back to a 5-point game. Every second priceless. So Turkey can't take anything for granted. Chetty able to get it to Şengün, who shows the handles, brings it across midcourt. Oh, out of control, Şengün. There was no need for him to take it there, and he gives it right back over. Come on, Alperen. Find the guard. You got the handles, and that's what happens when you take a charge in front of the big Istanbul. And he just rammed him.
Jeff, the big Istanbul is perfect there. But Anderson giving up his body, outstanding. You can see Coach Adaman telling Alperen, pass the ball, pass.
Referee's doing a good job putting their heads together. Oh, are they going to change this call and call it a block? Well, I can only assume that one referee saw the Swedish player still moving and leaning, and maybe Anderson was in fact, looked like he really banged his head on the hardwood. Oh, yeah. Good spot. I think they might have got that right.
You know, that left foot was sliding. But Jeff, that is the toughest call in basketball. The block charge happens so fast.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, the referees put their heads together. One had maybe a clear look, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? As painful as it is for Sweden. Hence the reaction from Alperen Şengün. But then you have the ball don't lie factor.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together at the right time. Alperen's mother, she just wants this to end so she can give her son a big hug. Oh, he misses both. Wow, what a development. New life for Sweden if they can score here. Panzer. They get it to Gatafors for the dunk with 27.8. Back to a three-point game. And Gatafors fouls the man who just missed 2 free throws.
This is a great offensive possession here. Really good floor spacing for Sweden. Again, Panzer hits Gatafors in the dunker spot. Great pass. I'm sorry, that was Bergander out of the pick and roll that you see the play. Hit him right in the dunker spot, and he goes right to the rim. Gatafors.
Oh, he's just terrific.
He's been outstanding attacking the basket, but they need misses here.
15.7 rebounds, 3 assists for Gatafors. And here's Şengün, and he misses another one. Oh my goodness. Still, if he makes one, it's effectively a 2-possession game.
And Jeff, Turkey needs to make this free throw. When you think back to Berlin, you think
back to China against the USA, and he does make the second. And you also think back to Spain missing so many free throws against Greece. It will cost you. Şengün goes out. In fairness to Şengün, he's played a lot of minutes today. They say they're free, but really they're not. You got to really knuckle down and pay the price mentally to make those. Here's Panzer, and final seconds ticking off the clock. Panzer gets it up. He misses from deep. Osman with the rebound, and Turkey closing in on victory. Larkin avoids the foul. Just too much time going off the clock, unfortunately for Sweden.
Several players tried to foul him. The referee said the contact wasn't enough, so Larkin put on his dribbling exhibition. This is a great win for Turkey because it didn't come easy. They started slow. They had to really respond in the second half, and they did.
7.1 seconds left, so still 2-possession game when you think about 3-pointers. Well, you know, really, Sweden, maybe just a basket or two away. They're right there.
Jeff, they've had an excellent effort. You know, they start the game, they win the first quarter, they go into halftime leading. You know, they've really played well. You know, has any team outside Serbia contained this Turkey team as well as Sweden has today? They have made them work.
That is the only play, if they could have it back, I'm sure Hawkinson wouldn't attempt that shot.
Well, he's got self-confidence. He's buried 2 big threes, and you love the fact he's hunting it. They've drawn a play up for him, but again, the decision-making and shot creation.
2 timeouts left for Turkey, none for Sweden. Neither team has any fouls to give, obviously, and each team has their challenges. intact.
But remember, Jeff, Turkey's fouled 2 3-point shooters so far tonight.
Get it up. And the foul, or rather the rebound, and that's it. Turkey have held on. And in the immortal words of Al Davis, just win, baby. And that's what Turkey have done. They have won. It doesn't matter how you win. It matters that you win and advance. And they have seen off an absolutely sensational Sweden today, 85-79.
And Jeff, after the game, mid-court, Gaddafors and Larsson engaging in a big hug. Could it be the end for Gaddafors? If it is, outstanding run to get to the top 16 for the first time in Swedish history. To be associated with that is something special for a national team player.
Well, I think he's still got a long way to go. I don't think he's retiring, is he? Well, 33. I hope he doesn't. He looked like he's still got a lot of fuel in the tank. But Turkey advanced, and one of the favorites in this competition advanced to the quarterfinals, where they will now take on either Poland or Bosnia and Herzegovina. And Sweden has, I think, won some admiration of international basketball fans for digging in today. They didn't give up.
Well, this was a great team effort. Again, you know, this is a great story to get to the top 16 here in Riga. And what a fantastic effort, giving Turkey everything they can handle. Turkey's got to just breathe a sigh of relief as they refocus for the next round, but it's also a good sign from them. You know, let's say take the ugly win and keep moving forward.
Listen, it's ugly because Sweden played their hearts out. I mean, they came out and really, you make it to the EuroBasket, you're already a really good team. You make it to the round of 16, you're not just competitive. I mean, you're good. So it doesn't matter for Turkey. They have beaten a really good team, and they just get ready for the next one. So Larsson, fantastic today. And, well, we'll look back at the best plays from the fourth quarter.
And it started out with the baseline cutting from Sweden. Then we see Gaddafors really attack the rim extremely well. Osman, 4 of 5 from 3 in the game. Helly Larsson, really impressive. There's a great rebound. And again, really one of the underrated players, Simon Bergander, the big man for Sweden. That's the first 3 that tied it.
Well, they were focused, they were ready. They didn't just settle for being in the round of 16, Sweden. They came out here with a plan, belief. They attacked and ultimately fell to a team that has just been a little bit better in this tournament.
Yeah, Jeff, one of the top teams in the tournament. And, you know, they had them on a day where they made them struggle. And it turned out to be a great game. But again, look at both ends of the floor. Alper and Şengün with winning plays. 23 years old, dominating performance in Group A, and now leading his team to a win.
Okay, so you look at the road to the final. Turkey win over Sweden. There in that bottom left quadrant, they will take on the winner of Poland against Bosnia and Herzegovina. That game will be tomorrow. And coming up next will be Germany taking on Portugal. Thanks for watching, everybody.